Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode was a while ago. I went on vacation. We've had an update since then, so let's dive back into it. First off, we built this mechanism down here to build the legs for our booster rocket, and we've got a problem with it that we need to cover. Also, there was the update, so we need to go through that and all the new parts and see what we can do with them. And then hopefully we can get this rocket going fairly soon. The big thing is we need to go build a fuel depot somewhere because we need to fill this guy with a bunch of hydrogen. So that's going to be on the list. Alright, the lighting in here is just being a little wacky, so apologies for that. Nice and shiny there, and then it'll turn off. Nope, now it's on. Nope, there it's off. On, off. Who knows? We're just going to deal with it. Alright, so the last test that I did on this was a pre-built one that I had manually put in there. This is the first one that I've done from the projection, and you can see the problem here, as so many of you guys pointed out in the comments. There is no hinge. We have another subgrid. We have this piston top with another hinge that's supposed to connect to there. So that's not going to work. So we got to figure out some way to do this. Yeah, so we got to figure out some way to get this working. Let's go ahead and drop these hinges out of the way.
Fuel low.
Huh, I don't know what that was. Our fuel looked okay. I wonder if it's the mod conflicting, because I think now we can refill our bottles from our person. So it might be that mod that does it is conflicting with the vanilla version now. Okay, I think we're good now. I took off the mod and we are still refilling our bottles, so I think we're good. Wow, this lighting is just... It's probably this spotlight. Let's take it down. I think I put it in there for like the outro or the screenshot or something. Alright, let's see if we can figure this guy out. We are that tall there. Let's see, could we... How far is that guy going up? We only have him going up 1 meter, so we could actually have it go... a little bit more if we needed to, because I'm thinking we like grind this guy off and we move these guys down. Yeah, let's see if this is gonna work. Let's go 1, 2, 3 there. Then our mag plate would go here. Let's see, can we copy the stuff here? Copy all. Paste. Does that do the group? I don't think it does the group though. We might have to fix that later. Okay, we do that. Then we've got this guy we need to drop off. But can we put another block right here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, no. I cannot add the block there because that's still occupying 3 spaces. Okay. So that's not going to work. Okay, so if we have that guy that way, spun around like that, looks like, because it looks like there's 2 little dots right here. Move those to that side? Are the 2 dots over here? Yes, there's those 2 little dots there. So that should be the right orientation. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I haven't had the best of luck attaching these, but somebody in the comments said that they do it now. So let's see if that works. We detach this guy. Yeah, it's just going to fall right on top. So we might have to have some system to rotate this guy to tilt it out. Actually, let's see if that works now. Let's get this guy out of the way. I don't know what the deal was when I reloaded after taking that mod out. Some of these voxels were reset, so I had to dig out a little bit more of the dirt around here, because that guy was clanging out. And then something upstairs, what was it that was clanging out? Oh, it was one of the overhead cranes was freaking out. Oh, little hitch there. I don't know. It's kind of strange, so hopefully we don't have any more weird interferences. That looks okay. Okay, let's see. Can we... use for parking. Oh. Okay. He just decided to wiggle off randomly. Okay. I don't want that to be a thing. Can I just attach another head real quick? Or add a head. There we go. Okay. Now, let's unlock these. Now everything's in the way. I don't know if this is going to work or not. If we reverse. Yeah, we could give it a quick shake like that. Oh, that's definitely not going to go that way, though. 85 degrees, maybe? Even that's too much. Okay. 88 degrees? Yeah, we could do something like that and really jitter it. That might work. I mean, it knocked both of those out. That might work. We'll see. We might have to come up with something completely different. Okay, now, in theory, we could reverse... no. Alright, now in theory we can reverse this guy in to there. This would switch lock. This guy would just need to come up one block. Actually, I don't think that's going to work because we need to be able to attach it. Oh, no, we won't have power because that'll drill through. So we won't be able to attach that. This guy needs to attach first. Can we reverse that? We can. Alright, where is it going to go? Right? About 1? Alright, let's try 1. What does that look like? Alright, 1. A little less than 1, though. Okay, we go there. Can we get this guy to attach? But that's not going to attach to itself because it's the same grid. That's the same grid as that. So that wouldn't work. Okay, how about now? We reverse this guy in. This guy would have to lock on. That guy would lock on. I think that all has to come together like that, and then this guy gets ground away. Yeah, all of these guys would get ground away because that would need to go push up into the rocket to be able to get power. So it attaches there. Then we would extend this guy down and attach to there, which would power this to be able to attach to that. Maybe. So let's keep this one connected because it needs power. We'll undo this one. Now, if we reverse this guy down, will it attach? I never have luck with this. Yeah, see, if I hit attach, it doesn't even try. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, this is not attaching at all. I don't know why I never have luck with the piston attaching. I don't even know if it's a thing. Right, everything's in the right orientation. We got those two deals there. And then this guy is flat on this side. Flat on that side. There's 2 little dots right there. 2 little dots right there. So it should connect. Okay, let's try with the old school one and see if that's any different. That one's going to be harder to tell which orientation we're in, though. Well, actually, all I could do is just go detach, and then... Oh, that falls through. Oh. Well, now it attached. If I go detach here, and then I attach there... That's working. So why does that work? I have no idea. Let's try something weird. Let's add a piston head. Alright, now reverse you down. Mag plate you on. Alright, detach the head. Then reverse you up. Let's just put this on there for good measure. Okay, now if I reverse you down, now will you attach? No. Does it not go down far enough? How that one was like stuck in there? Do I need to like jam it in here like this? Attach. Yeah, it just will not attach at all. Okay, we'll test you over there. We'll test the old one over here. Detach. Attach. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to attach. Detach. Attach. Huh. It's a bug with these guys. I have just been using these guys so much that they don't merge on. Okay. So if we swap out the design for the other pistons, is it going to work? Just be uglier? Alright, now how do I make sure that that's aligned? Because those don't really have any distinguishing characteristics at all. Other than, you know, like the line is there. Alright, that little scratched metal is over here. Guess that's what we can look for. Scratch metal like that. Okay. Alright, let's try that. Detach this head. Falls. Goes away. Into a grinding pit. That's fine. This guy would have to come in. Does that not grab on? Uh-oh. Come on. Is this one of those? Look at it. It's just locking, even though it has auto lock and use for parking off. I had this problem on the, server. I have not had it on single player, but now I do. So that's a bug. And the only way we've found to be able to get rid of it is get rid of it completely. It's a pain in the butt. Alright, this is really frustrating, but I feel like I want to figure it out now. Okay, that one maybe can lock on. Switch. Hopefully you're locked onto the hinge, because that doesn't seem to be working. We reverse this guy down. This guy would get detached. So it's on a separate grid anyway. And then we attach. No, still not attaching. Is it because we have all of this together? Let's go ahead and mag plate this guy on. Let's get rid of this. Let's see if we can attach now. Well, now it attached. Okay, once I ground that off, it attached. This guy would get ground off as well. This guy just goes up a half a block. But I don't think I can get this to attach. Ooh. What just blew up? What? Okay, something blew up away from here. What was that? Do we have like a... Please tell me there was like an unknown signal that blew up while we were doing that. Yeah, look here. This is what I was talking about earlier. I have voxels now that are in places where they weren't. I don't know what happened there. I didn't take off any of like the smooth voxels or anything like that. So yeah, I got stuff clanging around. This guy was what was clanging around earlier. I think I got it all cleaned out. Alright, well I hopped into spectator and sure enough, that's what blew up. We've got a piston in here that felt like exploding because the voxels are different now. So that's fun. Okay. I think my world is getting corrupted. I just did a reload and everything is clanging out. This guy is like way off. It's like the whole grid got shifted down one and over. Yeah, this is messed up. Look at this. We kind of have a tunnel, but this is all there. This stuff's in the way. Everything is borked. I loaded a previous save. I think we're okay. I don't know anymore. Oh man. I think we're okay. This all looks okay. Yep, no, that looks normal. I believe. At least everything, you're broken. Well, that just looks like it got broke by the gun, maybe. Because the hinges and stuff are still there.
Fuel low.
You're alright, you got a bottle. Just fill up again. There you go. Alright, right here, we've got a problem. Yeah, those aren't aligning anymore. I know we kind of got away with something, with having this kind of merge into it. Not the case anymore, apparently. So that's a problem. It does look like it's this grid, though. Yeah, it's like floating out over here. So at least it's this thing that's off and not like the entire main building like it was before. Like I was getting voxels into the sidewalls of other things, so I think that building is fine. It appears to just be this. I haven't gone any further. I'm going to use up all my jetpack fuel if I do that. So I don't know if anything else is screwed up, but I also don't know if this happened well before this episode. It could have been prior to this update. I'm not really sure. I only noticed it because this grid was off, but it's probably, you know, our fault or my fault for having so many grids, but we can fix this eventually, but that seems like a tomorrow problem. Alright, I guess we know what we need to fix with this. We need to go to the old school piston and add another leg on there, but I don't want to waste the rest of the episode doing this thing again. It would just be basically like the last episode, so that's a little annoying. So maybe we'll get to like the welder of this, how to weld this guy up. That might be a good thing to do to kind of finish out this room, but really what I want to do is look at the new update. Let's see, update-wise, there hasn't been too many new blocks, at least not in the like vanilla version. Alright, let's see, new block-wise, we've got this new half block passageway. That's nice. I didn't barely use these passageways, but I don't know, maybe I will. We'll see. See, and then there's the structural platform connector, or conveyor, I guess. Yeah, okay, so it is only 5-sided, so you still have a flat side. So if you want like a junction on the bottom and flat on the top, you can get away with that. Yeah, I'm really excited for these stairs. These are going to look really good. Just being airtight is going to be a huge difference. There's been several times where you put these in and you're like, oh man, now I got to build behind it. So that is going to come in handy a lot, I have a feeling. Alright, there's a Prototech H2 generator, but that is not something we are ready to go find. Yeah, I think the last block that we have in the free update is this flat collector. This would have been a really good one in the coffee quest, so I guess maybe in version 2 we'll have to use these as our farm collectors. I think that'll be really nice and compact. All right, faction IDs can now be updated based on the DLC that you own. This guy might be a good one for Coffee Quest. What would be a good one for Mars here? Maybe that one? Industrial-ish? Let's go with that. It doesn't matter. We never look at our faction, and I never put it on anything, but I got a plaque, so that's a thing. Alright, I was just wanting this the other day, and the catwalks here now have triangular versions. Where has this been our whole life? That should have been a thing a long time ago. So now we've got a triangle version and one with a railing, so that's really cool. I like that. And I think that's it though for the free update. I think it's all into the DLC now. There's the cockpit, there is the new hydrogen tank. Alright, let's see if we should remodel our booster with the new hydrogen tank. I think it comes in a small grid version. Well, should we remodel the rocket to have these instead? That might be a thing. Let's see, can I take this out? Yes, I can take this out without any problem.
Full.
Except for inventory full. Oh, that does look cooler, but we got a problem. It only has 2 connections. It's got the side ports. Let's get it out here so we can actually see. It's got a port there and a port there, but not here on these sides, so that won't work. We can put it on this particular middle piece, but this outside cannot have it because we've got boosters all the way around. So that's a thing. I guess we're not doing that. Alright, well, can't use those for this particular thing unless I put it in the middle, but it'd look awkward if they weren't all 3 matching, because we need the conveyor ports there. But it's a nice looking block. I do like it. Alright, let's see. Next up, we've got these narrow stairs. These are going to come in handy. Or steep stairs, I guess. These are going to come in real handy inside ships. That's going to be great. Get a half block walk through here and still be able to go up the stairs. So we might would get away with something like, let's see, the passage door maybe? That's going to be super handy. Because you've got these half block passages and you can still use steep stairs to get up. That's going to be awesome. Oh, doors, why do you take so long to grind? I own you. It should be faster. So yeah, there's railingless versions like that. Then there's ones with these more squared railings. There's also a railing set to go with that. And it's got a centered version, which is really cool. So yeah, and then we've got the solid stairs. So it's like this one, but a little bit different design. And then it has like variants with it. Yeah, ones with railings. You've got your half block versions with railings. That's really cool. This one is really neat. Little half steps. See, and to go along with that, there are square railings. So let's get through these. There we go. Looks like they've got all the variants that we had before. The only difference is this guy. It's a little bit different. There we go. We'll put you there. And that really goes with the set of steps that we have. Like these guys that are in the middle. Yeah, but those look really nice. I like that. Nice and square and industrial. I don't know if I want to go through and replace all of our OSHA railings around, but maybe. There might be some spaces for it. Like here, would that be a good spot? It might be. But we don't have any catwalk versions with it, so it's not like... I feel like they could go through and replace these guys that have these side rails with the new squared version. Actually, how well do those go together? Let's see. First off, we got that. I want to see how well these look, kind of like meld together. We've got these ones. All right, and then the railing there. Let's see how well these all kind of merge together. Yeah, they're decent. I feel like they could have replaced this catwalk, had these railings this, or given us a catwalk version with it. All right, well, I feel like somebody needs to mod it, but I feel like all of these catwalk variants that we have, we could have them in like a solid version that's more solid like this, that has these new railings on it. I think that would be cool, because then you could have, you know, these catwalks and things, but they would be airtight on the bottom, which would be super handy. But yeah, these guys don't meld up the best, but they're not bad. I was just curious, really. So we could go along and like replace these railings, but it doesn't help our catwalk here be any different. So that's all right. See, there's new batteries. We got this battery bank that's like a half block. And a battery bank offset, so that's just, you know, you see the backside there. So it kind of just depends on which side you want facing what. Nice to have some new battery variants. It does come in a small grid version that is not half battery. This one is full capacity compared to the small. All right, those server racks look really cool. I'm really excited for those. I wish they were semi-functional. Well, this one has a door, I guess you can open. These actually would be really cool if they were event controllers, because we don't need the event controller to be that deep. This would be really nice if it was just served the purpose of an event controller. And maybe one was a timer or something. Because it still takes up one block. It doesn't seem like it's that much of an advantage, but it's purely decorative at this point. Looks like it melds in well to our lockers and weapon rack. A little bit, you know, it's got that little bump out that we don't have on that. The fridge is still really deep. Definitely have to find a use for these in the control room when we set up all the automation for this room. That'll be really cool. All right, then I'm sure you guys have seen we have cables. There's somebody out there that's very excited for them. So yeah, these are going to be really cool for decorating, especially the interior ships. This just seems like a really good ceiling block. That'll be really nice. Yeah, and it comes in offset versions. This longer version, which is kind of nice. All right, these cable blocks kind of surprised me in the corner ones here. I thought maybe it was going to be for like a transition, so you could continue it on, kind of like you can do with the piping. Like these corner ones here. Like that one. I was thinking it was going to be so you could, you know, carry the piping on throughout your room. But that's not the case. It's really intended to be run along this way. And these cables are going to have to go into something else. So you're just going to have to use your normal corner block there or something. So that's kind of cool, but definitely different than what I thought it was going to be.
Inventory full.
Then last up, I think we've got some new lights. Yeah, we got some round and square lights. I don't know exactly where to use those yet, but I like them. But I feel like these small grid, yeah, square ones would be better here. Oh yeah, those look really cool. Give some depth to the ceiling. Maybe I'll go through and exchange those out. We'll see. But yeah, those look really nice. What does the other one look like? Oh yeah, those would be really nice for conveyor caps. Even the round one works to cover that up. Alright, we're here in the hotel and apartment lobby, and I was thinking we could use those cable runs here in the hallway, but I don't think that's going to look as nice. I was thinking up here we could do it instead of that piping. I don't think that's necessary, because we don't have a inset ceiling. Yeah, well, it looks like we've got certain areas around that we can, like, exchange out. Like, we could take these two out there, and these ones out here. That could get the cable run. No, it cannot. Because it's not solid on the one side. There we go. Well, that would screw up the floor, though. That's not gonna work. Yeah, it would have to be that way. Do we just live with that gap? Well, I could do it and put a couple pieces of glass right there. That's not horrible. What does it look like from the inside of the elevator? It's definitely detailed. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with it. Alright, well, I replaced one row of railings with these guys. I think that looks better. The only problem is we've got a gap here, and I think it's probably a problem on the other ones too now. Let's go up here. Because I've got like these screens and stuff in the hallway, I put the railings out. One. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap there. It's like resting on nothing. And it's because I went with the edgeless armor now. So those edges don't kind of clean that up for us. So that's a little bit of a problem. I wonder if I could put like a block or something underneath. Yeah, like in theory I could replace all of these blocks with these angles, or maybe even the cables. That would kind of take care of the gap. I mean, the gap's still there, but it would give it support that it's not like just floating on nothing. Well, that actually looks pretty rad. It would definitely break this up, but it would almost look a little too busy, I think. If we did cables along the whole thing, I think that's going to be a little bit much. Alright, that's not bad, but it is busy, and I feel like, you know, for like a hotel, you would put armor paneling over all of that cables. You wouldn't just have it exposed. So I think that has its place, but not here. Okay, well, definitely options there. For things like this line, I don't think that would look very good with solid. I think we'll keep those railings there. Yeah, even on the end of things, to kind of cover this up, would be kind of nice, because you kind of got these pipes that kind of just dead end here. You could at least put up a railing. Well, it's not like a huge game changer of an update, but there's some nice to haves for sure. I still just get annoyed looking at that thing. Alright, let's see if we can come up with a way to weld this guy up. That should be our next quest. I'm gonna shut the door on you, because you are just a disappointment, and I am annoyed at you right now. Please get out of my face. I will deal with you later. Alright, we could probably get away with like a welder wall that pushes from each side, but I kind of feel like I want to do something cooler, just because. Okay, there we go. Conveyor port there, then I'm gonna get a rotor. Do I need to go one higher? I might need to go one higher. You know what? This would be a good candidate for the cables. Alright, that looks rad. I like that. Okay. Now we can put in our advanced rotor. Are you gonna be okay in there? Actually, do we need to drop down one? Because I would like it to tuck in nicely. It looks like it's gonna be okay in the cable here. But that's not gonna work with the rest of the ceiling. Alright, now we can rotate it, no problem. How long do we need to have this guy? Probably not very long.
Fuel low.
I hear you. Well, I was thinking something like this that we could weld up and we could spin it around, but now that I look at it, it would have to spin around a lot. We're gonna have to clear out a lot of that cave to do that. So is that something I want to do? Do I have it too long? I feel like it's way too long. Alright, if we have that guy go down to even like a negative 45 degrees, yeah, we're way longer than we need to be. Alright, I shortened it up a little bit. I think that's gonna work. I mean, it definitely works here. We gotta make sure that we can get a good angle at the top. The trouble is going to be trying to find the exact, like, angles to put this stuff at. Let's see, that would be like 0. This would be arced out. Yeah, this is going to be the problem here, is when we're up at the top, we're way too far into this thing. This is where it has to start welding, which is good for this, but we got to be able to back it off. That still feels a little bit awkward, because in theory, like, to get this side over here, my plan is to rotate this guy around. Can I do that right now? Not really. Let's clear out some of this. Alright, let's see if we can get away with one shorter. Because that welder arm is just really long. Oh, yeah, I probably should have welded that up. Yeah, I like that. That looks really good. Just now, can we get far enough down here to get this guy? Really all we need to get is right here. We don't have to get all the way down to this end. Let's see, how much do we want to rotate around? That's probably pretty close right there. Where are we? 135? Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll rotate around like that. Actually, can I get this? Control plus. There you are. That's right, I have to be holding a tool. Well, that's really close, but it doesn't look like it's going to get the connector. Well, it actually might right there. I think we might need to come in just a little bit closer. Okay, is that conveniently going to be okay? Yeah, that actually looks like it'll be great. Well, maybe. That might not get that. That might be too close, actually. It might not get that corner right there. Alright, let's turn it on and see what we get. Because I should be plumbed up over there. Oh. Wait, why is that not working? That merge block's on and the merge block is on the other one. What? Okay, we're creating infinite merge blocks. That was not the intent. Do you work? No, you're falling right through as well. What's going on here? Man, I am just having all sorts of trouble now. I mean, I don't have any other way to not merge that on, right? Okay, yeah, that totally works there. Why is it just dropping through, though? I don't understand. Or, well, I think the merge blocks might be bugged. I don't really understand. What if I did it this way? And then I attach this one on this end? Unable to place. Since when? Alright, well, we're definitely having issues because we should be able to merge on there to be able to weld this up, because there's no other way. You should be able to project from a welder. On, off, anything? Nope, just falls right through. That is wild.
Low.
I guess I'll just put a block right here? Like that? Now what if I put that on there? Now it merges. That worked. Alright, well that's not going to help building a full rocket. We're going to have to wait for that bug fix, I think. Because now if I come in here and I weld that guy up, now it's merged on. Okay, everything's good there. Okay, well, that's weird. But we got the merge block on there. Now we can test the welder here at least. Make sure it gets everything. Yeah, that's what I feared. It's not going to get this block, but is it going to get this block even? Guess we'll just watch it. Alright, what if we slowly rotate it? Yep, now it's going to run into itself. It did get that, though. Oh, it's... Well, technically it's clearing it. Never mind. We might be okay. Nope, it's going to clip that corner, isn't it? Wow, we are at, like, the exact clearance I think that we need to be. Looks like we can go a little faster than we're going. How does 1 go? Am I just missing a block there? Yes, I just don't have a block there. Okay. Well, that works. So that's good. Now we just need to find a second position. So I think we'll just have it, you know, go around in a circle like this, and then we'll drop it down. I guess we need to get those right here. And that as well. So I guess if we could point it right here, that would be nice. To be able to make sure we get that and these structures over here. See, that's close. We want to come in a little bit. So maybe this guy can come down. Alright, weld-wise, we just need the tank. We need to get as much of these as we can. So I guess in a little bit more would be nice. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's go a little bit more than 135 here then. Okay, that doesn't look bad. How does it look on the range? Yeah, we'll actually get the one on the bottom here as well. It got that one. It did not get this bottom piece, so that's going to be something we need to watch out for. Okay, now I guess we just need to make sure we get that, so we probably come in then, like, right here. We're definitely going to have to get that, so maybe we can come in another line right there. Alright, we'll turn that one on, and we'll reverse this guy again. Well, definitely not much to weld here. I guess this path might be able to go faster. If that's all we're welding up is just some uprights. Because that tank is already done.
Fuel low.
Alright. Okay, now hopefully we can still get down to the last position. I have confidence we'll be able to do it. Let's get that guy out of the way. Let's see how far down we can get with this guy and not interfere with stuff. Alright, well that's actually pretty good. Negative 45? About right here at negative 80. What does that look like? You can't tell if it's getting that one or not. Alright, let's try this right now. Oh, it's actually getting that booster. Okay, never mind. Is it going to get the hinge, though? Yes, it is. Well, would you look at that? Well, it looks like we're still going to just miss that one piece right there. Which I guess we can get to, like, the end here and maybe we just rotate him up. There you go. Right, that guy would rotate up as this guy is rotating down. This guy would rotate to 0. Okay, what's going on with you? Okay, you're gonna clear while we do that? Yes, it does. Ooh, barely. Okay. Nice. Alright, that's not bad at all. And then this guy would retract in, we'd spin it around, we'd put it on a rocket. The whole thing will spin around on the round table to get each side. Yeah, I think we got it. Now we gotta come with a control system to translate all of this stuff back over to there. So let's see, negative 90, yes, okay. Alright, well there we go, we got a welding arm for our booster, and then we've got our disappointment that we need to clean up down here. But we're getting there. We learned something today, that the old school pistons apparently attach, and these new ones do not. So we have a bug there. What was that? What are you? Where did that... was that on the door? Random motor falling. And then we also have an issue with the merge block not merging properly with the projection. So I don't know what's going on there. Alright, well we got a welding arm on here for our rocket booster, and we got all the positions laid out. Next episode we'll do some automation, and we should probably get some architecture going on in here and flesh out this cave, because it's a lot of stone right now. We also got a lot of bugs going on right now. The merge block issue, the voxels are getting a little screwy. I think we are getting to the end of this world. We'll see how long we can hold out, and hopefully we can finish the rocket and get off this cursed planet. Alright, I'm going to call it an episode here. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Wake up to the dust, yeah, the sky's still red. 78 suns, and he hasn't left yet. In a suit of bright orange, checking every line. Building perfection one block at a time. signs, the community power in the Martian minds from the heart of the peanut. The factory grows where the logic gets loopy and the coffee flows. We don't just build it, we over-design. If it isn't complex, it's a waste of time. Watch the Hemet roll and the tardigrade fly. Climb excavator till the wells run dry. Don't check the labels, don't mind the scroll. We're checking in with Connor Toll in the control room where the typos live. He's got more subgrids than he's got to give. Engineer coffee, stay grounded. Wait, is that spelled right?
How dare you, Marcus?